Well, the French are now pleading with residents to let asylum seekers, yes, refugees, into their homes. Can you believe that? It certainly is happening now. Now, before we get into that, deeper into the story, we're just doing a reminder here that we are in the middle of a flash 48-hour fundraiser to cover some of our channel expenses here. So if you're able to, any amount, small or large, will be sincerely appreciated. There is a link to the one-time gift link in the description below. I want to thank you for your support. Now, on to the news. This comes to us courtesy of Tom Parfit for Express UK, who reports that the French government has urged citizens to welcome refugees into their homes because they say the country's migrant centers are just too crowded. There are currently 147 reception centers across France, he writes, but these are in massive demand as desperate refugees are continuing to flee the Middle East. Now, the housing minister, Emmanuel Cross, has pledged to build 50 more centers before the end of the month in a desperate bid to ease the crisis. She's also called on the French people to open up their homes to migrants in need. Apparently, several organizations have already promised to help, and the group Singa has helped 300 migrants find temporary homes since they launched its Calm scheme last June. Look, folks, I'm all for supporting and helping when people are in crisis, of course. But what we're seeing here is that we know for a fact, it has been documented, ISIS has already come out and claimed these realities, that they are using the refugee crisis itself to bring terrorists into Europe. We've already seen terror attack after terror attack after terror attack striking all over Europe. Now, of course, the Good Samaritan would open the door. If you recall what happened to that priest, he opened the door, let the refugee into his house so he could use the shower. The refugee wanted more, demanded money, and stabbed him. Okay, so what do you do in this situation? Now, certainly, the French are opening up the refugee centers at record numbers, but at the same time, the European Union is demanding that all these European nations open up the door. There's no question, and if you don't, you're going to have economic sanctions placed on you. You will not receive funding from the EU. They're blackmailing all of the EU states to open up their doors. And now the French are saying, well, we have to keep opening the doors. Now you, in your home, must open up your doors. If you ask me, I think that these refugees need to be going south. They need to be going into Saudi Arabia. They need to be going into Iraq. They need to be going into Egypt and to other nations where they would be welcome. But apparently Europe, well, the socialist policies there and the insanity of the European Union's open door policy, just too good to pass up. What are your thoughts? Comment below. If you like what we're doing here at the Next News Network, there's a link in the description. Of course, the reminder that we are in the middle of a flash 48-hour fundraiser, so any amount will sincerely be appreciated. Likewise, a simple thumbs up or a share will do the same. For the Next News Network, I'm Gary Franchi.
Badass shirt now available. Link in the description.